What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today marks 2 years to the day that I started playing War Thunder. February 17th, 2013 was when I started playing War Thunder. I was trying to think of some way to celebrate this, and I had a couple of ideas. Even a guy at Gaijin mentioned an idea of showing off the evolution of War Thunder. And that's not a bad idea. However, the problem is I don't have very many old videos or screenshots of the game, so I can't really document the changes in the game without using someone else's work, and I'm not entirely comfortable with that. I'd rather it be my own screenshots or my own videos, and I don't have enough to make a video that I would be happy with. So I ended up doing something very much straightforward and simple. Why not do a video on a plane that had an indelible mark on me in my 2 years of War Thunder? And when I think back to the first year, which is when I played primarily only arcade, you really can't think of anything but the Yak-9t. With the fast-firing 37mm cannon on this thing, this was the arcade player's nightmare, or dream, depending on which position you were in. If you were the one flying the Yak-9t, then you were in heaven, because this thing was a lot of fun to fly. However, as far as realistic battles, I've never used this. One of the concerns that I always had about this plane, as far as using it in realistic battles, was the limited ammunition. You have one 37mm cannon with 30 rounds, and then you have one 12.7mm machine gun with 200 rounds. So you don't have a whole lot of weaponry, you don't have a whole lot of ammunition. If you're in arcade, you can get a quick mid-air reload if you happen to run out of ammunition, whereas in realistic battles you have to fly all the way back to your airfield and potentially put yourself out of the game. Now, as far as this particular match, the Americans and British both climbed higher than I did. Frankly, I underestimated them just a little bit. But then again, I know the Yaks tend to do well at low altitude. They're relatively good low altitude turners. Not as much as, say, a Spitfire, which is what we've got in this match. But if you happen to be a little more selective and put yourself against a different plane, other than a Spitfire in a turn fight, you might be able to win the battle. Start my dive on the Spitfire, I missed my first shot. It's been a long time since I fired these 37s. A little bit of packet loss there. You have to lead your target quite a bit with this 37. It's one of the things you have to get used to when you're firing the larger caliber cannons. Still only one enemy over here. Most of the enemy team is actually up high still. The Spitfire, I'm surprised, isn't trying to turn fight these guys a little bit more. I think he's damaged. A couple shots. There we go. You can see that fast firing 37. That's what makes this thing so devastating in arcade. You can just hold down that trigger button, spam all those 37s, and force yourself a mid-air reload, and you're right back in the game. Obviously, in this particular situation, not being arcade, I don't have that luxury of a mid-air reload. I have to fly 15 kilometers back to base, get my extra ammo, and then the match would probably be over by then. Most of the enemy teams finally come down. There's a whole group of them over here, but there is that lightning up above. Let's see, we got a P-47, we got a P-63, and a Spitfire. They're all coming this way. Alright, and we got that lightning coming in too. Alright, P-47 wants to go head on. I do not. 850 cals to the face? I don't think so. Go towards the P-63, and swerve back towards the P-47. Try to get on his tail. He's not a very good turner at low speeds, so I'm not very concerned about him now. Put a couple of shots into him. Come on, hit. There we go. Take off his tail control. Actually, his whole back half of the plane came off. That's one guy down. Now we got a Spitfire to take down. Oh, I swear there was a hit. I swear. Could have been a spark. Could have been just a miss. Instead of going into a regular turn fight with a guy because I'd end up losing. Oh shit! I go vertical and avoid getting into just a horizontal turn fight with the guy. I would not be able to beat that Spitfire. Spitfire's down. Yak-9t took him out. Lightning's coming in high. And where's that King Cobra? Here he is. Now we're in more of a horizontal turn fight. Just missed. Yak-9t. Come on, Yak. Take out that lightning. He's coming in. He wants the shot. Trying to line up this P63 before he takes out my teammate here. Oh, got a crit. 37 barely phased the King Cobra. Oh shit, here comes that lightning. Going vertical. Trying to stall him out so Yak-9t can get an easy shot, but that doesn't work. Yak-9t seems to be a little slow. See, this King Cobra is starting to be a little slower in the turn. He's not as tight in his turn as he was. Come on, 37. Switching over to machine gun. That'll work. Remember, this thing does have a 50 cal, so might as well use it. Because I can't seem to hit shit with this 37. The last guy alive is the lightning. Got one cannon round. Poof. I hate that. I hate those little poofs. They don't do anything. 50 cals do. And he's not pulling out of that one. Lost tail control. That's 4 kills, and the first time that I've flown this in realistic. That's not a bad game. Anyway, guys, I thank you all for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.